Hey, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Bad to Business. I am your host, giving you the utmost, Shining Saffron. I am joined by my co-host from the West Coast. What's up, Jazzy Fizzle? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm ready to do a great one.
Me too, me too. I know the last time we spoke. There's been a lot going on. Jazzy and I announced that we would be moving and we would be doing different things. And different things is what we're doing. Not only are we doing a different thing, but we kind of announced how God is doing a new thing with us. So we got some new things going on, different transitions. First and foremost, Happy New Year and all
Hey,
those things. Hello, hello, Happy New Year. Um, like I said, we would be doing some new things. And I'm sure you guys are seeing this in the new year. We have moved and transitioned. We have also moved and transitioned in our own personal lives, different things going on. Personally, I just want to take a moment to commemorate my brother. I lost my brother right before the holidays. Salute to you, Ron. I just want to thank you for always being one of my biggest supporters and motivators and just things that you have just really talked to me about and kind of just inspired in my life. So one thing that I've learned is to keep your footsteps going and keep your vision going and making sure that we everybody in the family and anybody around us and connected to us just stay motivated and keep going. So I won't give all those wowsy woo woos because it is time to celebrate. It is a new year with the new year coming, new things going on. I am just really elated to talk about the new things that Jazzy and I have going on. Like I said, collectively with the podcast and individually, we have moved. So I want to just go ahead and welcome everybody to the relaunch of Bad to Business. Woo! And all those whistles and things going on.
hey, yeah.
We have relaunched, like I said, and it has just been, it's been a new thing. Um, Today's show, we want to go ahead and try to circle back and kind of think back, and we have entitled this show, "Back for the First Time," coming full circle to be the new you, and be the better you and have the better perspective of things. So, back for the first time is really just about, they say you can't really go back, right? You can't go back in time and reverse things and change things. But what if going back is the only way that you can really move forward as your best self? I've used that reference even when I'm driving in traffic. Like sometimes you got to fall back to move forward, meaning sometimes you got to get behind them 18 wheelers to go ahead and cut over and get the thing on. I'm not talking about reckless driving. I'm more so talking about just strategic driving, you know,
Right.
strategically driving your life and strategically, learning from experiences and stuff like that. So, calling this show or entitling this show Back for the First Time really just entails that we might be coming back, but it's definitely from a new us, a new and better us, a new and better everything. Jazz, I've kind of picked up the motto, everything different. I want to do
Yep.
everything different. There's no way that we can um, expect what do they say? It's insanity when you expect a new result by doing the same things, the same strategies.
Hmm.
That's not what we're
Hmm.
trying to do.
Nope.
We are definitely going to um, recreate some things and do some things better. So let me kind of explain the way that we're coming. Like I said, we're coming full circle, being back for the first time. I had started a podcast around this time last year. If you guys been following, I started off by myself, but again, if you've been following, I lost my dad about around this time last year, into January, and it was kind of hard trying to launch a new magazine and I'm sorry, launch a new podcast and try to keep myself in perspective and stuff like that. It was hard. But as I find myself coming full circle, I have gain some things along the way. Like I said in my post before, the journey was rough, but it was definitely blessed. So,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
picked up some new things along the way. Some of the new things that I picked up on is joining or being joined by a co-host who has brought so much energy and some new things to the podcast. So I am
Mhm.
definitely so blessed and honored to have her. And there was no better way of really coming full circle and I guess bringing back a new thing and having a different perspective other than having a difference of opinion on the show. So Jazzy, I just want to bring you in and ask how you've learned how to come full circle. What's been going on with you?
I mean, like you said, we've been doing new things, going into, just being better us for the brand that we're trying to build. And you've explained the full circle and the meanings, the meaning of the key meanings of being full circle is basically the completion of a cycle. You touched on that, and it's like you fully come to basically everything comes around. Okay.
Yeah.
And it basically it's returning to the beginning after a journey, or the experience, or
Mhm.
even a period of time of, or even development in your life. You come back to sometimes that beginning and you're like, okay, what did I learn from this? And that gives us definitely a change in perspective, which also helps us dive into, a segment we like to call discussion diving.
Mm. Let's get into discussion diving, where we actually talk about what we have to do and
Yeah.
deeper into that. I love discussion diving. You know, they
Oh,
call me
definitely.
Alice in Wonderland, where I love to just go ahead and go a little bit deeper into these rabbit holes.
Yep.
Discussion
Definitely.
diving.
Yep, definitely. So, and I mean, like we're talking about, you gotta change your perspective. Being back in the same place, or sometimes seeing it or feeling it from a different perspective, because you've grown up from where you used to view that one place. Hey, I've grown here, or I can deal with stuff better because I've already been to a place where I couldn't handle it as well.
Mhm.
Even with irony and fate, sometimes it's a situation that ends up being the same exactly where it was when it began. And that often leads to a new wisdom in your life, learning from your experiences. You
Woo. Those
sometimes,
lessons, those lessons, those lessons, and those lessons, right?
yeah,
Learning from
no,
the experience. And I've said that before. It's not with age comes wisdom, it's with experience because you can experience something at a young age.
yeah, you can,
So it's
and
not, yeah, with age
it's
comes wisdom, or with experience comes wisdom.
it
It really
does. It does. It does.
man.
And it really, really both go hand in hand because, the older you get, you learn more. But like you said, sometimes some of that wisdom you learn at an early age and it sticks
Exactly.
throughout life, and you keep it throughout life. And sometimes those are different kind of connections. You got your spiritual connections, you got universal connections. Basically, you're recognizing the interconnectedness of all the things like seasons, planets, people. We've talked about energy. You
Mhm.
can feel people's energy and gauge, whether it's unfortunate to say this, but sometimes your gut can help you gauge, okay, you know what, my spiritual energy does not mesh with their spiritual energy for whatever reason.
And it's just
And
fine. And that's just fine.
you can't explain it, and
Like
it's okay
we
to
have
not
talked about.
be involved. Yeah. And unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, our spiritual connectedness, helps us ward off where we need to, not be. And then again, it definitely brings in those that we need to align us to better things and better versions of ourselves.
Discernment is
Hmm.
what. what you sound like you're speaking of. What we
Mhm.
just feel is good for us and what we feel is not.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing about discernment is, um, we could feel that something is good for us and that actually work, and
Mhm.
that be going on and okay, and then after a while, that same discernment tells you it's time to turn it off. It's time to
Yep.
make that left or that right, whatever case the the case may be. But
Yep.
discernment definitely tells us whether it's right or what's wrong. And I just,
Mhm.
one thing that we don't want to get confused about is discernment can tell us what's right. And we go roll with a person or a situation, and then that again, like I said, that same discernment tell us now it's time to leave that person. Now it's time to
Yep.
leave that situation, and that
Yep.
can become a little confusing. But we continue to pray for just direction and good guidance. So
Yep.
you definitely want to be connected with the higher power. Make
Yep.
sure that you know the voice, the guidance, follow those things. One thing that we've talked about a lot, and I try to, that I tend to struggle with a lot, is obedience. So you definitely want to know that voice, know the discernment, know which way you're supposed to go. um, Even if it's a new thing that you have to embrace. Again, we were
Mhm.
talking about that, the new things that we've had to embrace. And one thing that I've adapted to a motto is alignment is the assignment.
Yep.
You want to know, and what's understood doesn't have to be explained, but
Right.
alignment is the assignment. You can feel it. You know which way to go. You don't want to be disconnected. You know,
No.
you want to be
Yep.
aligned, right? And
Yep.
one thing that I have learned is to be stronger, not only in my obedience, but in my patience.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Patience is a struggle, and we've had a show, Jazz and I, about the patient procrastinator.
Mhm.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh, that's a juggler. Again, go back to one of our shows. We'll probably repost that because that was a really good one.
It was.
Learning yourself. Learning if you are being a procrastinator, first of all, and second of all, a patient procrastinator is what we uncovered is quite dangerous
Yeah,
to
it
your
is. It
well-being,
is.
to your circle, to everything that you got going on, to your moving forward. Being a patient
Terrible.
procrastinator is already somebody who's not moving forward, right? So then
Mhm.
patiently procrastinating, we did uncover some good things. There are some good
Of
notes.
course.
Um, Finding how you can kind of procrastinate on things and it kind of help, but we also uncovered that how procrastination can just be a total burden and hindrance. So
Yep.
you got to find out what's going on. But being a patient procrastinator, we just overall found out that that's just not a good label to have. But
No.
I have learned that in my patience, um, not procrastination, that it
Mhm.
helps me just with a better thinking.
Yeah.
It gives me a better perspective. Being patient does not mean procrastinate. In I am able to kind of look at some things and decide how I'm gonna. One thing I've always said was sometimes you got to disconnect to find out where you got to reconnect, right?
Yeah.
So that is having patience.
Yep.
Procrastinating is not wanting to connect at all, and that's just not going to work. So
Yep.
I've learned to have patience, and just kind of look at my situation a little bit different, not make hasty decisions, talk to God more. It's just really important. And I have
Yeah.
struggled with my own obedience, as I've talked to and asked people to pray for me for. Okay, he and he who is without that sin cast the first stone, please. But patience and obedience is something I struggle with, and now at this point it's about not only obeying God's word and obeying the ways I'm supposed to go, but actually being patient to see it manifest. Sometimes we obey and we go, okay, I
Yes.
did it,
So
I
when is
did
it
it.
coming? When is
Yeah,
it coming?
now we lose
Why
the
isn't it
patience.
here yet? Yep.
Obedience and patience have to go together, and because those are
Huge.
two things I struggle with. I struggle with them. I pray on them daily, and I
Mm,
try to work with them daily, while still warding off and fighting off procrastination.
everything else, yep.
So I was so glad that we did that show on that. So, but that's just something I'm working on in 2026 and beyond.
Of
What about
course.
you, Jazz? What are some things you got going on?
Well, and I like that you brought that up from a past show because that's always something ongoing in most people's life. If that's something that we're talking about or, something we want to get better at, there's never, that's not something that will ever just be a one and done thing. There's always ways that you're going to be tested with your patience. There's always going to be times that you're going to be tested like, okay, is she going to make a decision right now or is she not? So, that's always ongoing. But I mean, for me, I would definitely say these last 6 months of even just me transitioning and moving, and like for those of you that have been following us, or if you're new to us tonight, I have actually moved from New Mexico to Arizona. I have actually moved all over, like started in California. I've lived in
Oh,
Atlanta,
wow.
Florida, all over. But the last 6 months, I really manifested. I've leaned really, really strong in my faith, and I've taken larger leaps of faith. And that'll be another show that we'll have to do exactly what happened during this journey. But literally from nothing to something. And I had to stay in faith and I had to stay believing and thinking that God was going to make it happen, whether I had something or nothing. And I had nothing. And He gave me everything. So
Everything. Hey.
everything. So, like, and I'm still gaining, like, even now, like, the further my leaps are, the stronger my faith is. And every day, like, Shannon, we've talked about it. Like, I got rid of everything in this move. Like, I did not have a bed. I recently, when I got my job, I got my apartment on the same day. And then it was like the coworker that I work with, oh my God, she works for a homeless shelter. And oh, I clean people's houses and they're giving away a whole bed, that they're not using, and ended up getting a nightstand to go with said bed. And then it was like, oh, I go out to the dumpster one day to go to make a run to the store, and there's a whole chest of drawers. Now I got a place to put all my clothes.
Yeah.
Things are just happening and they're going to continue to happen. So, like I said, the
That's,
further I take my leaps of faith,
yeah.
the stronger
Yeah.
my faith becomes.
Mm.
Because, again, from nothing to everything and still getting more. It's
I
not
love
done.
that you
You're not
said that.
done.
That
You're
from
not
nothing.
done.
'Cause, I mean, I guess the old saying is from nothing to something. I love
Yep.
the way that you've introduced the from nothing to everything.
Yep.
That's what happens when you walk with God and you trust Him. So
And and truly trust. Like, you have to, this is like probably the hardest part, but no, you truly have to trust. We did a whole no doubt November thing. It was not say nothing doubtful, nothing. Everything was we were going to get, we were going to get, we were going to manifest, we were thinking, we were getting. There was
and
no
it worked.
doubt ever, and it worked.
And it
And it's
worked.
still happening. It's still
And
happening.
that's what I love about like going on journeys with you. We are able to we speak from experience. Every
Yeah.
time we come up with a topic for a show or something, Jazz and I get together and we are able to talk about personal experience.
Yep. Always. There's
I mean,
always
we
something.
get on and we keep going to the point where there's so many conversations that we have not recorded. It's getting to the point where we talked about we just gonna meet each other in the studio and record the conversations. That's how
Definitely.
that's how easy it is to talk about the victories and not hold on or coddle um what we don't call losses, just ways of not doing things.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't our win. That wasn't the way we're
Nope.
supposed to do it. We
Nope.
either win or find out that that wasn't a way of doing something,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
that is exactly what bad to business is about. So allow me to reintroduce ourselves, okay? Hey, uh, We are bad to business, and the acronym for B.A.D.D is bringing all diverse discussions to business. The whole point of that is we all have a different perspectives, we all have different opinions, we all have differences. But there is some type of way to bring it to business, bring it to unity. Business seems to bring change, which
Yeah.
is why we went from bad to business. And that's how we did that, bringing all diverse discussions to business. Because somehow when we bring it to business, again, we bring change, we bring some type of unity, we bring all that when we bring it to a business table. So Jazz and I, when we decided to relaunch this and decide how we wanted to kind of not only view ourselves but how we want it to be viewed. We want to get better into the community, we want to get better into serving what needs to be served. We are spirits of see a need, feel a need, and we definitely want to get out into our community, um, just see what's going on. There's
Oh yeah.
different there's you know, different situations, sometimes same applications.
Yep.
So we want to bring what is considered a diverse discussion to a business perspective so that we can bring about change. And that's in every situation that we can be involved in. So that's definitely what we're trying to do. That's why
Hmm.
coming full circle, bringing bad to business and relaunching it was very important to us. Showing that how we started is not how we are not even ending, but how we are relaunching. How we started is not how we're relaunching. We are
Yep.
definitely trying to do something different.
Yep.
Jazz, like she said, she moved from state to state and is discovering all new ideas. And I don't want her to downplay this because this was a manifestation brought into fruition.
Yeah.
I want y'all to
Yeah.
understand that full circle. It was
Yeah.
something manifested, brought to fruition. It was magical, and I was so
Yeah.
fortunate to have front row seats, and I couldn't say too much because it was all about how she was living it versus how I was seeing it, my different perspective. But we definitely got to see each other embrace the new things in our lives. And like I said, yeah, I had some changes, but I definitely, like I said, my changes are my story. The new thing that God said He was going to do, 43:19, was He was doing a new thing in our lives. And like
Hmm.
the scripture says, do you not receive it? Oh, we received it loud and clear, and it was
Brilliant.
wonderful.
Yep.
So, just with the different things going on in my life, transition and changes, and Jazz with the individual things going on in her life, we definitely wanted to um, bring it back full circle, and
Yeah.
discuss the different things in our lives and how it just has not only affected us, but changed us.
Yeah.
Changed us. It brought us back full circle to be a better us, to be a
Yeah.
new us. It was new and
Yeah.
it was better. It was new and better. Who
Yeah.
doesn't want that? You know what I mean? So,
No one said ever.
I mean, it's been a the year has gone by so fast. So it's been a
Yeah.
but challenging but victorious journey. Can I say it
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it do all that?
Yeah. Well,
It was
because
quick, but it was
because
challenging, but it was victorious.
yeah, because hell, 6 months ago, nobody knew anything about anything. Like
That's
even where we're going now, like us moving, like we didn't know about this 6 months ago. I didn't know I was moving to Phoenix 6 months ago. Hell, when you asked me about it, it was like, well, where do you want to go? I don't know. I just knew I didn't want to be in New Mexico. Where could I was looking at California, I was looking at Colorado, I think I even looked at Texas.
you
'Cause I was
looked,
like, you
but
know what?
you knew where you wanted to be, and we just got through talking about that. How we
Yeah,
stand on things. Like I'm
yeah,
standing on this, and the stuff we stand on really be something in the future. We could
yep,
be we're present right here in the present. But the
yep,
things that we stand on and want to manifest and see are the things we stand on and manifest and want to see come to fruition is in our future.
yep.
And
And you
so
gotta,
Jazz did she manifest. I was right there with her. I saw it. She manifested. It
Yeah,
came.
because finally it was
She's
like,
like, I
let
don't know how,
me.
I don't know when, but this is where I'm going to. And like I said, I was so excited to support her, but also like I get to see it come to pass. To
Yeah,
go from just a thought, a plan, a vision board inside her heart to what actually happened. Um,
yeah, because I think by my birthday in May, it was like, all right, this is where I want to go now. Finally made a decision. Then it was like, okay, how do I get here? And then I think I had already started packing in like April because I knew my lease was already going to be up in November. So it was like, I might as well just because I'm going. I'm
yeah,
going. We're going. We're going.
I'm
That's,
going.
that's
I'm
we're
going.
doing. We're doing it. So, like, I don't
And
know how, but I'm doing it.
that's
And
where
that's what
we
it is.
decided to, okay, so what else can we do? How
Yeah.
can we, because one thing we were not going to forget about was how we had decided that Bad to Business, the podcast, could do bigger and better
Yeah.
things.
Needed to
The same
expand.
way we were doing bigger and better things, we could not leave Bad to Business doing the same old things.
Yep.
So it's not, we graduated. We were on
Yeah,
a
we
great
did.
network. Thank you to the Crew Podcast for helping to shape what we saw as a vision already. And just
Hmm.
really pushing us forward to doing the things that we wanted to do and needed to do. We've talked about
Yep.
that before, that there hasn't been a blessing we haven't been pushed into.
Yep.
We just had to get to it. And
Yep.
as my nephew has been saying to me recently, Auntie, ain't nothing. It's what Nike say, just do it. You know,
That.
just
You
do
got
it.
to.
So we have
Let's go.
embraced these new things. As you can see, the new circumstances and embracing a new thing. We have embraced these new things, these new
Yep.
circumstances. It's not about fighting it all the time. It's not about
No,
um, understanding it all the time. When you
not
realize
even.
that it's really not your plan and you're just playing it out, just be the best version of you.
Every day.
Be everything that you can be, would be, should be,
Every
and embrace
single
that new
day.
thing. Like I said,
Yep.
the word said, God is doing a new thing. Do you not receive it? And if you have not looked around you recently to know that all new things are starting, you're a little behind. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to catch up. Everything is a new thing. Again, everything different. So
Yeah.
we are
It's
not going
different.
to be doing the same old things. We are going to be trying to do something new in 2026. And if you have
Yep.
not yet set a goal or a resolution for yourself, the year is almost up.
Yep. It's time. It's
The year
time.
is almost up. You know as well
It's
as I know
time.
that when January hits, so does June. It's all them J's. The January, the June, and then it's already December. We can just go ahead and cut that out.
October,
Okay.
November, December is Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's
And
Christmas.
you
So
have
I
not
mean, that,
done one thing. So one thing we definitely want to remind you is it the first of the month has already passed. We are at the
that
first of the we're at the first of the year. Happy new era, happy new year, whatever the case may be. But a new thing has already started and probably without you.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
get to catching up. Like I said, the year has started, but it's almost over.
Yep.
What have
It's
you
coming.
done, and what plans, what goals, what resolutions have you set for yourself? And for some reason, it took to wait till the new year, but this is just how we feel comfortable, right? We've adjusted to that. When the new year comes, we want to be a new something, and maybe it's just because it starts a new day. But even now, being into the fourth day, or we're in the fourth day right now. I'm not sure when you guys are going to see this, but just being in the new month of the new
Yeah.
year, you still
Yeah.
have
Do something.
January to
Yep.
set something and see if you can stick with it, whether it be how we do it, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Start
It's coming.
somewhere and get some type of consistency, get
Yeah.
some type of something for the new year. So
Yep.
we definitely want to challenge some people. I know Jazzy and I, we got some challenges coming up in 2026. Wait till
Hey, I
y'all
mean, I'm a
wait till y'all see how we challenge each other. I am on the East Coast, but wait till y'all see how I challenge the West Coast over there. See how you keeping up over there. We got different weathers and different time zones. Yes, sometimes all the time it's dark on my end and still bright and sunny on your end, right?
actually
But
the
Jazz
sun's
and
going
I have
down right
some
now, but it's
challenges
okay.
for each other that still are going to meet at the same dang time. And I
Yep.
cannot wait for that, right?
Yep. I mean, and let me tap in with everybody in the audience real quick. Let's tap in. So, what are some goals that our audience has, what goals have you given up that you're going to bring back full circle to 2026?
Mm,
And if you haven't come up with the goal, I mean, like Shannon said, time is running out. We
mm.
doing a new thing. We uh we already almost gonna be at the second week of the month. And what have you guys already done? Like, what have you already done to reach said goal? If you guys have done resolutions or whatever you're planning on do, I don't really like to call them resolutions because it becomes overwhelming because it's like, oh my God, we got to hurry up and do this.
Like
And I
you're
haven't
trying,
done this.
yeah. Like there's
Yeah.
some type of
So
pressure
do
on you
baby steps.
already, and the year just started.
Yeah, exactly. Like by the third, fourth day, resolutions is out the window. So do something small. Like my goal, a small goal that I'm working towards is actually unpacking every single thing in my new house. Every single
Now,
box,
okay,
unpack.
that becomes challenging in itself, and but it's so rewarding. Okay,
Well, but
I
the history
know
for
that
me is I never unpack ever.
that's what I'm trying to say. And you know what? Did y'all hear
I'm
her?
doing it.
She never unpacks everything ever. So that's our first challenge to Jazzy. Let's turn that bad into business.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to challenge you. I want to see some updates of you. I know you have shown me a little bit of how you moved
Yeah,
in and
you
where
know
the
where it
boxes are
started.
stacked up,
You
right?
know where it
But
started.
I'm
Yep.
going my first challenge to Jazzy, co-host from the West Coast. Let's see how you do things. I want to see your boxed, move. Okay,
Okay.
show us some pictures of
Yep.
how it's boxed up. And I'd like to see before the month's end that you have unboxed at least a room.
Okay. Well, wait. Now that we got a whole challenge going,
Let's go.
my challenge to, yeah, the better you, you have a whole
Oh,
Cricut
wait a minute.
printing system.
Because see, now you
Nope.
finna.
No, 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 no,
Hold
no.
on before she
If
does
we're
that,
doing the
everybody.
whole
Jazzy,
month,
Jazzy, you getting ready to go all in some other business. Now you shared your business. You shared your business. Okay?
we're just
You
talking
moved
about
all that.
unboxing.
You ain't.
Unboxing. So,
All right, go
by
ahead.
the
Go
end
ahead.
of January, that box needs to be unboxed. And
What
really
box?
before then, because you got things going on.
Oh, she snuck that in.
Oh, yeah.
At least Jazzy is allowing me to tell my business myself. So I am working on some new things. Trying to relaunch some ideas. I've had some ideas that I did not follow through in
Great
the last.
idea.
I had some ideas I didn't follow through in the last year. Okay. And I probably need to relaunch it. I probably need to open up the new ideas instead of holding on to the old ideas that did not get to present themselves.
Yep.
And instead of holding on to the old me and the old ideas, it is time to relaunch an idea, relaunch um, the new beginnings of things. Like God said
Hmm.
in His Word, He is doing a new thing, and I do receive it. I have received it.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
been so many new ideas that He's given both me and Jazzy collectively, and it is always a pleasure to get with you and learn some new things from you and give some new ideas. But He is also doing it individually. Jazz got some other things going on with her new job and newfound area, as well as I have some things going on with my new ideas and new ways of doing things. So
Yep.
let's get to relaunching.
Yep.
So,
Let's
and
do
that's
it.
what this is. Like I said, this is Bad to Business Relaunch Podcast. We are relaunching and, just coming full circle to not only see the better us, learn the better us, do better. What they say, when you know better, you do better. And I definitely know better than what I
Yep.
knew last year. So
Yep.
happy new year to everybody. We are, before I go, again, we've been a little slow. We were in moving and processes and, just dealing with life itself. Life has been lifing, but we are going to live it the way it's supposed to. Um, we got some new things going on. Hopefully, by the time you see this, you will be seeing it on the Roku launch. Hello, Roku. Can't wait to hype you up. Okay, and let me hype my
Hey.
co-host up, and we are going to do great things for you as well as for ourselves.
Yep.
Um, but we are looking to be on every type of launch and podcast broadcast that you can catch a podcast on. Jazzy, are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm totally ready. I'm totally ready. And the next episode is actually going to be just about that. I mean, pivoting, we're going to be talking about finding grace in the midst of change. Like, we got to be able to do it, and we got to be able to move gracefully, and we got to be able to just change at a moment's notice and keep moving forward. So stay tuned because we got a lot of great things planned for you guys. Got a lot of great things planned.
We do. And
So,
like we said before, I am challenging Jazzy. Jazzy is challenging me. And we are
yep.
challenging you all to do something. Again, if you have not made a resolution or a plan of action, that's what we'll
What's
call
the
it. A
goal?
plan,
Yeah, plan of
plan of
action. Sounds better.
if you have not made a POA right now, time is running out. And honestly, I'm not really going to put you on a time limit. It doesn't matter when you start, just start. But you don't want to go year after year after year. And you know the years are changing on January 1st. Okay, that's just how they've planned it. With you knowing that, you don't want to go January 1st after January 1st after January 1st, and you have not tried something different. I'm so proud of Jazzy and her further leaps of faith that
Hey,
have
yep,
helped her develop a better just faith and prayer life. I'm
yeah,
so glad about the patience and growth that I've developed. We
yes,
have so many things to do. We are already working on things. I'm like, Jazzy, we gotta get this relaunch done. We gotta settle down. Again, she's moving, and I have been moving towards a different goal. I have recently lost my brother, but he's been one of my biggest motivators. And as we are reflecting on different things that have happened in the past year, let us go ahead and focus on the new things that God is working on in this new year. So
yep,
do not fall short. I mean, let me say this. I've said this before. Falling short is not falling off. So do not
no,
fall off.
yeah,
Sometimes we gotta fall to our knees, right?
yep,
But it doesn't mean that we fall on our face.
nope,
So I'm so excited. I can't wait to the next show, the pivoting episode of
oh yeah,
finding grace in the change.
yep,
We have so many
and the
great
great,
things to talk about. Again, just you know, learning that change is good.
oh yeah,
Change is the cost of progress. Remember that.
yep.
Change is the cost of progress. So while we are interchanging and doing new things, Jazz, I'm looking forward to new things, man.
Oh man, me too, me too. Like nothing but up from here,
There's nothing we can't do. There's
ever,
nothing we can't do. We've gone
ever.
from it's hard, but we can do it.
Oh
And
yeah,
we've gone from I don't know if I can do it to nothing's impossible.
yep.
We are at the point where nothing's impossible.
And then again, we've had nothing, and we're gonna get everything.
I can't wait. So thank you for joining us on Bad to Business, bringing all diverse discussions to business. We are looking
Oh,
forward to the new things, embracing the new changes, the new perspectives, all the new things that we have coming in our new circle, or I'm
yep,
sorry, coming full circle. The new perspectives, the new wisdom, the new circumstances, and it's all new. You can't be
yep.
mad at new.
Nope,
Can't be
nope,
mad at new. So,
nope.
Jazzy, thank you again for gracing us with your presence.
Of course, of
I am
course.
looking forward to the new things and the new perspectives and the new
Yep.
wisdoms and the new
Hey,
circumstances and the new everythings that we got to go
yeah, I
got
can't
to.
wait to hear from our audience too about what they've done and what they're gonna do. So
Oh man,
check
they
in
better
with
get to
us
doing
and follow
something.
us. Yep.
It's January, but it'll be December after you take a nap. So get it together. All
Hurry
right.
up.
I am signing out. I am Shining Saffron. That
I'm
is Jazzy.
Jazzy.
And we are looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Bad to Business. Thank you so much for joining us. Love you. Bye bye.